Man, hell nah, man. Hey, this episode is produced by Larry Williams. This episode is edited by Larry Williams. Beat selection by Larry Williams. Shout out to our guest. Who got that guest? Larry Williams. This nigga don't want to show up for work because the Dodgers won. He want to take another week off, but he's your tribal chief. This is your man's. Mr. Amir Johnson. This is your guy. Nah, fuck that, man. Something gotta be done about this nigga, man. Something gotta be done.
The Union.
Yeah, another week. Another week. This man just feels like he can take off work and just say he don't care about the pod. But you know what? That's why he's not the people's champ. I'm the people's champ. I'm here for y'all every week throughout sickness, throughout strife, throughout pain, gain, all that. I'm here for you. But where is your tribal chief at right now? He's at an undisclosed location because the Dodgers won and Ula follow rules. And y'all champion him. Y'all make him put on that damn Mariners hat. This is what y'all make him do. It's a Dodgers hat this week, but it's a Mariners hat another week. It's crazy, man. Welcome back to another episode. It's volume 78. I'm here, and I'm not alone. Because I got real friends. This is what you do when your other people let you down, you call your real friends, man. And who better on this planet to bring on and talk about wrestling than a man amongst boys, man. My dog, Zell, aka Body Move.
Here you go.
What's up, dog? How you feeling?
I'm chilling, man. I'm here.
That's what's up, man. You know, again, big shout out to you last second, because somebody didn't want to show up to work. And you ain't in this because you fuck with both of us. But
Shout out to the man AJ. Shout out to you, Larry, for the both of y'all, the whole Make Carters and Catering, for having me on this week. I greatly appreciate it. And I'm going to do my best to live up to y'all expectations.
Man, salute, man. Salute. Now, before we get started, man, how has your week been?
So far, so good, man. I can't complain. Like, normal, same old work, class, kids.
Gotcha.
It's life, man.
Gotcha.
I got a question for you before we start talking about anything wrestling, though.
Talk to me.
And this might be coming from left field, but
what's up?
You, my friend, are a connoisseur of frozen treats.
Yes.
You're a connoisseur of snacks and beverages.
Yes.
So I need to ask you, have you tried the Chick-fil-A banana pudding milkshake?
Oh, I have not. But I've heard it is up there with the classics. Zaxby's milkshake from back in the day. I've heard.
We don't have Zaxby's here. But if you are a person of lactose intolerance, or even if it's not lactose intolerance, it's just anything with dairy might mess your stomach up, it's worth it.
I've heard. I've heard. Not gonna lie. You know me. You said I'm a man. I'm a connoisseur of frozen treats. Have you tried any of the more Dr. Bombay flavors ever since that legendary episode?
Not because I don't really do the dairy because I do the dairy and then the next day my stomach's all messed up. So I try to stay away from it. I stick to my oat milk. You feel me? If it's oat milk, I mess with it. Some oat milk, ice cream, things of that nature. But sometimes you just gotta take that risk.
I feel you.
And them Dr. Bump, they look like they might be.
Nah, I'm
Might
gonna
be.
show
I
you.
gotta give it a shot.
I'm gonna show you the flavor I just did, dog. That when I tell you it's a bad bitch, it's a bad bitch, man. I know y'all came here to talk about wrestling, but we're gonna get to that. We gotta get to the real shit. This is what we do on our everyday live. You know what I'm saying? And Dr. Bombay, if you listening, fuck with Body More Bottles. I'm pretty sure we can come up with something,
Nah,
especially with that
fuck with
sherbet.
fuck
You know what
with
I'm
the
saying?
union
Fuck with the whole
because
union. We gonna make
that's
something shake. You know what I mean?
I mean for at my job, I'm in these grocery stores every day. And when I first saw the Dr. Bombay, after I heard the episode and then I saw it in the frozen section, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to might have to make a purchase one of these days while I'm in here.
I'm gonna tell you, like,
Because they got the sherbet too as well. I seen it in there.
but see, this is okay. So when you watch that episode, this is what I ate the whole thing. I just killed it right then and there.
And,
The
and
tropical sherbet twizzle.
you had me sold.
Hey, not gonna lie, that one's a bad one. This iced out orange cream feel like the cream pop you used to get from the ice cream man at the truck.
That's my shit.
You know what I'm
That's my
saying?
shit.
That's that shit. Now, if you want to talk about the best, I'm not gonna lie, these are fire, but it's between strawberry cream dream and this motherfucking s'more vibes, dog. When I tell you, no matter what kind of day you having, this will bring you back home. And it's not that fake chocolate in there either. It's real chunks. Hey man,
See,
I know niggas is lactose. I know brothers got to do what brothers got to do, but hey, just saying.
I'm with Ashton because that syrupy waffle Sundays, I might get at a shot.
But I love Ashton. I love Ashton. But Ashton, my man's man. But Ashton, he was born, he was baptized in grits. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think, man. I ain't gonna say what his government name is, but it makes sense when you know it. When you know that last name, it makes a whole lot of sense, man. But that's my man in Grapico right there, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny. That's funny as shit. You know his name.
Nah, I mean all right, hold on. For those listening, I cannot say this on air, but maybe on Patreon, patreon.com/MIC podcast. And check your private chat.
I think I remember seeing that or hearing that.
Yeah. So it makes sense. But nah, shout out to Ash, shout out to Marcel, shout out to the whole YNM, man. Shout out to everybody in the union doing their thing. Got more stuff on the way.
One thing, sorry.
You're good. You in the house, bro. You do what you do, man. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta thank you guys because I gotta get back because I think it's just a whole bunch of stuff with my Patreon. Like I had 2 separate cards on there. Some things was on one card, some things was on the other card. One card expired, so I gotta get back in there. But that Luchador Mount Rushmore, I gotta thank you guys because you guys recently did an episode about my Luchador GOAT.
LaParca. Yeah, man. Come on,
and
dog.
Giving him his flowers, man, that means a lot to me. So, we talk about this luchador shit. Niggas talk about they always talk about Rey Mysterio this and Rey Mysterio. And Rey Mysterio cool, but LaParca had more job playing shit than me. You feel me?
Hey, man. Look, man. What you think I be doing when
that I could say, but I don't want to jump the gun. You feel me? Y'all might have something in the works, so I don't want to start naming luchadors. You feel me? But LaParca, he was my GOAT because you
more than welcome to come through for that. You know what I'm saying?
It's a couple other ones, that was with him as well. You feel me? In ECW, in WCW, and when I say luchadors, I just mean I'm talking about the niggas with the mask on. You feel me? Just but it's a couple of them, and a couple of them got demasked, and I really wasn't feeling it when they took the mask off, but I still fuck with them because what they did with the mask on. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, the thing about La Parka that's so fucking dope is he not only is he still going, but really when you look at it, there's different versions of them. You got
It's
ECW La
like
Parka.
3 of them.
You got WCW La Parka. You got motherfucking just
That
independent.
was the same nigga though.
Hmm?
The ECW and WCW, I think, was the same nigga.
No, they are. You know what I'm saying? There's two. You got La Parka and you got LA Park. You know what I'm saying? Like it's two.
One of them died.
One of them passed away, and then
there's so many.
Yeah, it's just like in Mexico. There's like 3 different Mysticos. You know what I'm saying? There's 3 different. Just different masks. Like I'm pretty. Look, if the company own it, bro, they gonna put somebody else in that mask, dog. Like
it was 2. What's that nigga name? That Sin Cara.
Yeah. One Sin Cara was like just a regular luchador. The other Sin Cara was whooping ass backstage. So like, it's crazy.
But to give him the little Parker his flowers, man. When he became the chairman,
with the little, hey man, I be in the club doing that shit, man. What you mean? Shout out! If I can find it, I'm gonna send it to you, bro. My partner, Lexus, man, he did a La Parka mural for I know they're going. And look, this is Memphis and Baltimore on this episode, so we're gonna get some accents off tonight. But yeah,
y'all better get used to it because it's coming through. I'm not one of the ones that like the code switch. I guess that like the try to mask their accents. Like, nah, man, it is what it is. I'm not wasting that energy. Y'all gonna get these twos, these dudes, these computers, all that.
Yeah,
man. It's coming through.
Yeah,
I apologize in advance.
Hey, man, yeah, but he did a mural for Gaza, and it was actually La Parka. And I showed him the episode. He was like, "Why didn't you tell me?" I was like, "Bro, I didn't know you was into wrestling. Like, I didn't know."
That's fine. But I should have brought the La Parka mask out with the we were on a cruise. I think that we made a stop in one of the Mexico cities, and they had a whole bunch of luchador masks, and I had to cop the La Parka one.
Yo, when me and Nelson looked up the prices for like how much them CMLL tickets cost, and we saw how cheap that shit was, we like, yeah, bro, we got
You just gotta get the flight and the room and board, man.
Hey, Dave, I mean, look, if you check out the Discord, you check out the Sight and Sound section, I'm always around the Mexican homies, you know what I'm saying? So shit, they done gave me tips and like, go to this one, don't go to that one, go to this one, don't go to that one. So like, yeah, man, when y'all see me in Mexico, just mind your business, man. But yeah, we're gonna have to have you on for Luchador Mount Rushmore, dog. It's overdue, bro. And I appreciate you coming on here because this is overdue, man. This has been something we've been wanting to work on for a minute. But shout out to AJ. In jest, I said earlier he was bullshitting, and he is, but he off somewhere handling business, man. I respect that. But we are here, and
I'm gonna play like this. I don't get invited a lot of places, so when I get invited somewhere, I'm trying to.
I mean, I see you. First of all, you represent my man with the Funkos. You represent him with the collectibles. He also has that blue championship as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's only right.
It's the little plastic joint, but still, it's there.
It looks good. It look good. Yeah,
I had to make sure because y'all, like I said, y'all invite me on. If he not gonna be here, it's mid cards and catering, so y'all always gonna be here in spirit. But I had to make sure he here visually. You feel me?
Yeah.
Do my representation for my man.
Yeah, man. Come on now.
Shout out to AJ.
That's my dog, man. Shout out to AJ, man. Real good dude, man. But on that note, I do want to ask you a few questions, Zell, and just make it pretty simple. You listen to Mid Carters, so the question got to be asked. What got you into professional wrestling? What was your first memory of wrestling?
What got me into wrestling was my grandmother. You know how it is. You feel me? I'm probably maybe the earliest I can remember. I'm gonna say is maybe 3.
Okay.
But my grandmother, watch me stuff. I'm over there. You watch what your grandmother watching on TV, and a lot of times wrestling come on. That's what we watching. She was my grandmother from South Carolina or North Carolina, one of them Carolinas. You feel me? And always was in the wrestling, like going to shows, all that down south and everything. You feel me? Like to the point where, like I said, she got me into it just watching it, and My father would take us when they came up here. My father would take us, me, him, and her, just us three. You feel me? We going down there, sitting on the floor watching house shows or whatever. You feel every time they come through. So my grandmother got me in the wrestling, just watching. And she, like I said, she from down south, so it was usually WCW back then. But we watched WWE as well, Saturday Superstars, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
I'd
Mm-hmm.
get uh around my birthday when I was young. I can always remember I'd always get Halloween Havoc. They ordered that for me, and I'd run around the house and watch that as a little youngin'. You feel
Oh
me?
wow.
Being really excited because that's my around my birthday, so I would always get Halloween Havoc.
I got you. And just again, since it's close by, happy early birthday, my boy. You know,
Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
glad to make sure you see it. Is it weird for you to call that shit Royal Farms? You still call that junk Baltimore Arena?
Uh, it's not even Royal Farms no more.
Really?
It's CFG Bank Arena now. Like
Wow.
I would always call it the Baltimore Arena, but then when it became Royal Farms, I mean, I don't know where everybody is. So Royal Farms is like a gas station, convenience store type, like 7-Eleven kind of, but like they got like a full kitchen right there, so they serve chicken and stuff and
Mm-hmm.
everything, you know. So we would call when it became Royal Farms, we just called it the chicken bank, the chicken box, because I mean, like I said, I don't know everybody's regional local, but locally here, you can go to any carry out, order a chicken box, 3 wing, 4 wings, some fries. You feel me? We
Mm-hmm.
call it the chicken box. So
Yeah.
when it became Royal Farms, we just naturally start calling it the chicken box sometimes. I mean, we'd always call it the Baltimore Arena, but niggas want to be funny sometimes. So you be like, yeah, going down the chicken box to go see this concert, going down the chicken box to go see Raw. You feel me? Like, so I like when it became Royal Farms as well, but it's always going to be the Baltimore Arena.
I respect that. Now you bring up a good point, man. We're gonna get back to the wrestling, but man, you know, we connoisseurs, man. Ain't nothing like some chicken, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing
Oh
like a
no,
good old
we just
chicken
had Royal
box.
Farms for dinner today.
Hey man, that's just like if you talk to anybody from Memphis, man. Boy, Jack Pirtles, Jack Pirtles, uh, Gus's, which actually started out here. A lot of people don't know that. You know, Gus has started out here. So yeah, man. Mad memories with the chicken spot, man, which had me dying laughing when WWE did that deal with Bojangles where they had, you know, like the cups with the chicken. I was like, nah, man, this is wild. But yeah, man. Now I'm gonna ask you because we're gonna see how real you are. Are you a 2-piece or a 3-piece man?
I'm always go for 3.
All right, my nigga.
it's
My nigga.
it's
My
not
nigga.
2 or 3 to me. It's usually 3 or 4.
Yeah,
Do I
I ain't
want to get
gonna.
the 3 piece or do I want to get the 4 piece type of thing?
Hey, man. Especially, I ain't gonna lie, man, because you know, the older I get and still being a single man, dog, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm the type of person, bro. I might, depending on the day, man, I might get an 8-piece, man. Eat 3 now, have some for later, just warm
Mm-hmm.
that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I tell you one thing, man. When it come to Royal Farms, I'm Dominic Mysterio, man. I'm getting tenders. Give me the chicken tenders, like 10 of them joints. Sometimes you feel me.
but
Give me
I,
the 10 piece,
but I'm here to
and we
tell you,
gonna eat a
man.
couple and leave a couple. Get a kid something, all that. We all eating off for 10
But
piece
it's
tenders, man.
crazy because I showed y'all on Show Your Work before, but it's crazy, man. Hey, the Koreans, man, it's getting.
Oh
Whew.
yeah, when you go to a local spot and it's Asians running it, you feel me? Yeah, give me the wings. They got the big wings, you feel me? They from you tell them, yeah, give me like I said it's usually 3 or 4, but it's usually between 3 and 5 piece. You feel me? It's not really a 3 piece or a 4 piece. I'm either gonna go a 3 piece or a 5 piece. You feel me? So it's 5 piece fried extra hard. You feel me? Some
Yeah.
fries. Yeah,
Now,
they gonna get you right every time.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, this does kind of throw me off chicken and waffle, but I ain't gonna lie, I've had the chicken and I can tell you it's fire. It's really, really fire, bro. I really had to question, a lot of things. I'm staying close to my people, but my nigga, hey, it's up there. But
Yeah.
I want to bring this up since we talking about the chicken, chicken box and all that. Now they offer like boba tea in there. They being how can I put it? New generational with it. But for you, what is your go-to drink beverage that's going with some chicken for you?
Probably, I keep it simple. Probably a Sprite,
Okay.
or maybe a root beer, a cream soda. I don't really do too much sodas, so if I do drink a soda, it's either gonna be a Sprite, a root beer, cream soda,
I respect that. See.
or I'm on these now because we starting to get them up here. Tahitian treats.
Oh man, listen,
I'm
man.
really
A
fucking with the
Tahitian
Tahitian
treat is
treats.
a staple in the South. Like if
I'm
you
really
go,
fucking with the Tahitian treats.
hey man, if you need some Tahitian treats, you just let me know. I got you because they everywhere. Because look,
And the Royal Farms down the street got them now. So
because look, okay, so look, so I was gonna say like it depends on the spot, but like if I'm at like Popeyes, which is I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of rare nowadays. But if I was at Popeyes when Popeyes was still Popeyes, before the chicken sandwich ruined everything, like I'm 1000% going for the strawberry Fanta. It's just something about a flavorful drink when you eat. And don't let me, because shout out to my brother Donnie, man. What I'm saying, aka half a bird. Like we some drink, we some Fanta Fago connoisseurs, man. So having some blueberry next to some chicken, boy,
the thing about them strawberry Fantas to me is like it's that thing. It's always right there, but you just always overlook it because you just get your regular drink. Maybe a Sprite, maybe you might like Pepsi or Coke or whatever. You're just getting whatever you usually get, but that one time you think you see it there and you be like, let me get that strawberry soda. It hits every time.
It hits because it's that fried flavor and it's like the fries. It's all that, man. Like I'm trying to tell you now. I will say another thing that I fuck with the chicken. Hey, y'all eat those, man. Hey, a nice cold bottle drink with the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, we in business, boy. We are in business. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I fucks with that, man. But shout out to grandma for getting you in. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
let me get this off real quick.
Sure.
Like she used to always tell me this one story. You feel me? And I don't know if I'm gonna ever be on another wrestling podcast to get this shit off. So I gotta get it
Let's
off.
Let's go. We here. Come on, brother.
Her and her brother. You feel me? I don't know what promotion it was. They go to see the wrestling show. And you gotta think, it's my grandmother. I'm born in 87, so my grandmother, you feel me, way, way before. They go to the wrestling show and shit, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So some heel, I don't know who he is, he come out, strutting out or whatever, go ahead and match. On the way back from the match, though, she said he mouthing off to the crowd or whatever. Her brother has a piece of wood, like a 2x4 or something. Smacked him with it. Boom. That's why. So what did he do after he got smacked with the 2x4? She said he just kept strutting on to the back.
That's
where do you hear except the South that crowds get that much into it, whereas though they want to physically harm the wrestlers on their way back to the locker room?
Man, let me tell you something. That's why I never. Granted, it is like kind of tough to watch some of that stuff depending on which promotion. But like the real deep South, I can watch that shit for 20 minutes, man. I can watch Dusty Rhodes and Junkyard Dog go at it because it's real to them. Like, bro, you couldn't like somebody like your grandmother, man. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, bro, you couldn't tell her nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Couldn't tell her nothing about Ric Flair.
Couldn't tell nothing about Flair. Couldn't tell her nothing about the Horsemen. And that's why I'm really so glad, even though it was doctored up, I'm still glad people got to see the essence of that with the Iron Claw, because it's like we ain't gonna get this too many times. You know what I'm saying? And the way they were able to show like how wrestling was life for a lot of people back then, like
like,
yeah.
One thing for me is like the WWE Network and being able to go back and watch some of that old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I listened to another podcast. Well, I don't listen to them anymore, but I used to for a while because they stopped doing the. But they did like a recap of old wrestling. I think like now they might be on like TNA, not TNA, but NWA, like
NWA.
old NWA before it became WCW. But they did like a whole section, like the whole lifetime of Smoky Mountain
Wrestling. Yep.
and I used to now would go back and watch these shows as I'm listening, and like just the territory, like the whole thing about being in the territories and they going to these cities every week. You feel me? Like how the people get involved with these wrestlers because they seeing them every week and they come into these shows every week and they might only get one show on TV, but then they got to go to the event to actually watch these matches,
right?
Because these matches aren't that they hyping up on television is not televised.
Nah.
So you have to go and pay that money to sit in the venue and watch these shows.
Yeah.
And it's real intimate, you know. So and then from that, like going back and watching other promotions, NWAs and AWAs and things of that nature. It's just I really like that old school feel.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I think the only company that really does keep that style going is New Japan, because there are some New Japan matches where it's like, yeah, you got the network, you can see it, but there are a lot of matches where it'll be a random Tuesday night over there, but it's the only time you can see this one matchup that you know for a fact you're not gonna see on the pay-per-view, or you're not gonna see on the main show. So that essence I do think needs to come back. And I like how Triple H's WWE is starting to treat house shows like a thing, instead of just the more randomized stuff. I do like even when he had NXT where, a title could change at a house show, because those moments feel special. But,
my thing is
what we here for, man.
Like the whole I'm gonna call it the TikTokification of society. How things need to be so microwave. Like you see one thing and like they just want everything to happen just like that. Like we need to get back to in wrestling the whole let's slow things down. Let's stretch things out. Pause. Let's make this a 12-month, 18-month program. Let's not make it a 2-3 month program. Let's not have these guys touch for 6 months and then at this pay-per-view they finally get in the ring and it blows up and everybody loves it because we see these guys in like the thing what they was doing with Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns. Like you can see it building, but they never touched it and they finally get in the ring together. And on top of that, they in the cage. And then Jacob closed the door and started shaking his dress, like, oh yeah, we about to go crazy now. And then Solo pulled him, like, oh, like I'm ready to see these niggas fight.
Yeah, it's just like last year.
They're not going to give it to us on free TV.
Yeah, it's just like remember like last year when Cody and Jay had the tag titles and they were just going show to show, and then like there was that moment where like they were walking and then he passes Roman and everybody's like, oh shit. You knew it's like, all right, we gotta keep them apart from each other. And even last week, you talking about it's all funny, it's all Uso related, but shout out to Paul Heyman because he's a big component of that. You just saw Jay say, hey man, I don't know why Jacob is staring at me because he keep on gonna whoop his ass, and it's like, oh shit. Like, yeah.
I wanna bring this all together, but I feel like we can talk about this later in the episode.
We will.
So,
we will.
So,
we will.
But
we will.
Yeah, I really want to talk about that because I got some things I want to get off my chest about this whole bloodline storyline that's going on right now and how fast it's going or how slow it's going and things I like and don't like about it, and things of that nature.
Carter's and Catering Patreon is live and direct with exclusive access to the Union Discord and loads of extra content like Radio MIC, Luchador Mount Rushmore, and Icon. Beginning only at $3. Subscribe today.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news. I knew it. I love when he does that.
Yo, every time I see that, all right, let me tell you, Royal Rumble 2025, man, Indianapolis, Naptown. Hey, I need Wade Barrett to come out at number 17, man. Just one more time, bro. I need the grown man roar for Wade Barrett, dog. One more time. Come on, man.
I love it every time we go into the news section. I'm listening to Make Cards and Catering, and then I'm afraid I've got some bad news. I love that shit, man.
Love it. All right, well, let's just go down the list, man. It's been kind of slow, but there have been some high points with the news. So let's talk about this for a little quick second, man. First and foremost, and I said quick, but this might take a little minute. All right, first up, you want to talk about promo for something. I mentioned CMLL earlier. Tom Hardy and Hechicero in a CMLL ring. Now, let me ask you a question. You pay some pesos, you down there getting some empanadas, you know what I'm saying? You just checking out your regular CMLL programming. And then you see goddamn Bane, aka Venom, aka John Gotti, aka Tom Hardy, get in the ring, and he's just there with Hechicero and a little person. Like, son.
I'm going crazy. Like, what? Like, I'm just down there because if I'm down there at a CML, it's on some random shit. So I'm just down here randomly, and then I get this show.
Bro, you just randomly see this shit, man. Like, yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This will convince me to go see Venom 3. This shit, I'd be like, all right, I gotta see this shit now. I gotta see this shit now, man. So
I'm one of them niggas that I watched Venom 1 and 2, so I feel like I gotta see Venom 3.
Literally the same, bro. And I'm like,
I would definitely this definitely would convince me, like, yeah,
I gotta go see it.
Did he do a move? Was that him I saw doing a move or something, like a springboard or something?
I can't remember. I mean, look, if I see Tom Hardy wrestling, bro, I'm probably gonna scream because like, nigga, why is Tom Hardy wrestling?
I don't know. It might have been that nigga on to the right of him or the left of him with the mask on that I seen doing the move. But I remember I saw this picture and then I saw another slide where it was like in-ring action.
Yeah, man. I just happened to see this and I was like, yeah, bro. Now, what I did see was, unlike, just so you know how real he is, unlike John Moxley, don't forget Tom Hardy did secretly enter a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament and won said Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, let's take a look at this footage. Now you see Tom in the blue. Let's see how you get down, man. All right.
With the gis on.
With the gi on, you know, sound on his Goku type shit. All right. Uh-oh. Now shout out to the last episode of the Patreon we did.
That's full guard.
Yeah, we did Kumite, you know what I'm saying, UFC. So that was a good episode. So just bringing it all full circle. Oh, he got him down, dog. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, Tom getting with it. Oh shit.
Yeah, Tom working. Like,
bruh.
He's got the upper hand.
So far he's actually winning. Guard
on his feet.
Bro. This is really happening. Oh, shit.
Look like it's a lot of hand fighting going on right now.
Dog. Just imagine, like, all right, my man's tried to get him, but he got right back up.
He tried to do the triangle, but Tom slipped it.
Now, again, imagine you supporting your nephew at his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament, and then you turn around and you see motherfucking Venom walking and just throttle your nephew like this. I'd be mad as hell if I done bought popcorn. I done bought an expensive ass drink to support the local high school. You know what I'm saying? This nigga took over.
Look like he going for the arm bar.
Yo, with his knee, with his thigh on my chin, like nah, bro.
Yeah, he's already got that one leg. Nah. Oh, and now he's just trying to sink it in. He's got the arm bar. He's just trying to sink it in with the legs.
Bro, John Moxley, who?
Dude tried to get out of it, but the leg strength of Tom Hardy. Sorry about to call him Tom Holland. Tom Hardy just put him back down on the mat. This would be a pin if it was a professional wrestler.
Oh, and he tapped. And he tapped. You see how pissed he is? Hold on. Wait.
Tapped to this Hollywood ass.
Let me slow this shit down, bro. Because he was pissed when he tapped.
He was. You can see when he got up, like.
Oh, he was fucking pissed. Like, look at him. Right. He like, oh man, Tom holding on for dear life. I said his thigh is on his ear, dog. This shit is over.
He was about, bro. Yeah, his arm was about to be broke if he didn't tap. And I feel like Venom would have kicked in and
right there
told him, like, go ahead and break it.
You know what this shit feel like? This shit
bring it off and feed it to me.
This shit feel like when you played No Mercy back in the day, and the wrestler like, nah! The match would end. Submission. Look how he getting up, bro. He like, oh man,
big ass polygon for.
Oh man, my son Ilya Dragunov, face ass dude, just mad as hell. Like, damn, I lost to Tom fucking Hardy, dog. Tom Hardy.
With a match going on either side of us.
On both sides of us. Yo, shout out to Tom Hardy, yo. That's got it.
Not only did I get submitted by this nigga, but he submitted me first out of all three of us that's in this row.
Dog. And then like the people in the crowd are really like, bro, this is Tom fucking Hardy, dog. Like, yo. This is like the shit that you think Chuck Norris actually did. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember we were younger and it was like, man, Chuck Norris is so tough that he would do this and he'd do that. Yeah.
I love those.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to men being men, dog. And also, again, shout out to Tom Hardy, man. World-renowned athlete, bro. World-renowned athlete. All right. So moving along, Zill, we got every year we get lists. Yeah, I hate lists. Mm-hmm. I don't care for that many lists because your list is your list and your opinion is your opinion. But we got a very interesting
only
list.
One list on wrestling that matters to me.
And I already know which one you're gonna go with, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't even gotta say it. Come on, shout out to them boys.
What's understood ain't gotta be said, man. But we have this year's women's PWI list. Now, have you seen this?
I've seen a couple rankings off of it, but I haven't seen the full list because it don't make me no never mind.
I respect it, and I feel the same way.
Because I know it's gonna be something that when I look on it and I see it, I'm like, come on, like what is we doing here? What is this? Like, you got her?
Yeah, I mean, so, let's go down. Let's go down from 20 and up, just to show you how crazy this is.
All right.
So, all right, and I'm gonna show this for the people watching too. All right, at number 20, we got Lyra Valkyria. Now, I already know this is crazy because the run she had last year in NXT alone should have put her higher than this. But okay.
My thing is, if this is your list, okay, and we're going to we starting at 20. All right, cool. This is the baseline. We got Lyra Valkyria at 20. Okay, let's see what you. Okay, I'm gonna go with that, but let's see what else you got.
Now, I just want to note, according to the list, they have win-loss record, championships won, quality of competition, major feuds, prominence within a wrestler's promotion, and overall wrestling ability as their criteria, which seems like a good criteria to me. Seems
One
like
thing about this, I feel like when they give you the criteria, it's just because it's like we gotta give you something, like if you go back and check this criteria, it's not going to make no sense still, but we gotta tell you why our list is how our list is when they got this big criteria. You feel me?
All right, so let's do 20 through 11. So number 20, Lara Valkyria. Number 19, Miyu Yamashita. Number 18, Miyu Watanabe. Number 17, Becky Lynch. Number 16, Mina Shirakawa. Number 15, Masha Slamovich. Number 14, Mayu Iwatani. Number 13, Io Sky. Number 12, Liv Morgan. Number 11, Roxanne Perez.
out of those, what's that, 9, 10?
10.
I don't know 5 of them. That's just me. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not worthy or they're not good or whatever. I'm just saying I've never heard of 5 of them.
What gets me is, okay, Becky Lynch, no matter how I feel about, okay, I'm one of those people, I don't mind Becky.
What's the date that we're looking at here? Do they tell us that?
I don't think they, I mean, it's just basically from, I guess, 2020.
Let's just assume last year. Last year
to basically sometime last year, sometime this year. Let's just say June to June, maybe. Let's just say that. Okay. So I'm trying to see if I can get it pulled up so I can find that for us, what they say. Criteria, it just gives us the ranking, it gives us the committee. It doesn't tell us. Oh, it said, okay, boom. October 1st, 2023 to September 30th, 2024. So
was Becky Lynch around? Like, excluding the ones I don't know because I don't have a leg to stand on with.
Becky Lynch had just finished her feud with Trish Stratus. She held the title going into Mania because she had the actually she didn't hold the title. I apologize. She was getting to the title because Rhea Ripley was the champion. So she was in NXT putting women over. When she was NXT champion, that's the title she held. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? Had an NXT title.
She put over Lyra. So I'm she had the best women's match at Mania. So I'm just like, I'm lost because, okay, in a normal year, I would normally see a Charlotte Flair here or something like that. But Charlotte been injured, and they probably saving her for either a Survivor Series or, maybe Saturday night's main event. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's when she.
They're not taking no chances with Charlotte.
Nah, because when Charlotte come back,
she's good and ready.
When she's back, it's go mode. So Becky Lynch being this low, I do like when Becky Lynch isn't champion because my thing is, as much as I do fuck with the 4 horsewomen, I really want more for women that aren't the horsewomen. And, I want more. And that's why I'm glad Liv Morgan's champion. That's why I fuck with Io Sky. I do one day want to see a mid-card intercontinental championship for the women. You know what I'm saying? But I'm okay with where we're at right now because the tag team division is on fire. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But having Roxanne and Liv specifically, because Io was just holding on. I ain't gonna lie, as much as an Io Sky fan I am, Io was just holding that shit till it's time for Bayley to take it off. So okay, but Roxanne and Liv with the years they had. Okay, so let's go down. Let's go up the list. And number 10, we got Athena. Number 9 is Mariah May. Number 8 is Willow Nightingale. Number 7 is Bayley. Number 6 is Saray. Number 5 is Stephanie Vaquer. Number 4 is Micah. Number 3 is Rhea Ripley. Number 2 is Jordan Grace. Number 1 is Timeless Tony Storm. Now, let's take our race out of this for a second. Bianca Belair not being anywhere in this is kind of crazy.
Top 20?
Not even in the top 20.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's wild. I don't like. Okay, Jade does have a way to go, right?
Yeah, I could respect her.
The
not
work
being in
Jade
top
has
20.
done. This is
I feel
insane, dog.
I feel as though
This
Jade,
is
in the short time that she's been in WWE, has improved greatly over the time that she's been in AEW.
correct, but fam, like, I found the rest of this list because I just wanted the people to see how absurd this shit is. Fam, Bianca Belair is at 34. I'm sorry. There is nothing that Billy Starks or Hikaru Shida has done to be better than Bianca Belair this past year, bro. Like, Tiffany Stratton is on the come up. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Because this is, y'all gotta pause this. I'm just baffled at this shit. Like,
I don't think it's no wrestling list that you can put Bianca Belair at 30 nothing. Like, if you mix it with the men's, I still think Bianca Belair would be top 20.
Fam, they got Julia at 21. Which I notice is crazy. And fucking, there is nothing that Julia Hart. There is nothing that Julia Hart did to be above Bianca Belair, dog. And I give Julia Hart her props. She can go a little bit in the ring. She's trying, but fam, there is nothing that a lot of these, let's just call a spade, these Joshi wrestlers, because at the end of the day, granted, a match is still a match, but bro, above Bianca Belair?
The matches that Bianca Belair, she carrying the matches.
Literally.
And she's doing stuff in these matches that I don't think that a lot of these other wrestlers would be doing.
Like, if you had, like, again, if you had Jade here, there's a conversation. But fam, Kenzie Page? Who is this? Who is this?
I don't know.
I know who Danny Luna is, right? And she actually she was a part of NXT UK. She's like been on the independent scene now for a little bit. So I'm pretty sure if they ever start that back up, she'll be back. But it's like, fam, Rio, who can't even get a working visa? Like, Tam like, stop it, bro.
When Rio was the AEW's women's champion, that run that she had wasn't like nobody cared about it, but that run wasn't even above the run that Bianca Belair has had this last year.
Fam, like, nothing.
And the thing about Bianca right now is not only is she putting on, but she's teaching while she's doing so. You feel me? Like, she has Jade under her learning tree. And it's not like Bianca Belair is like this. Yeah, she's a vet, but like she's not like a 10-year veteran. She might be a 10-year veteran now, but it's not like she's just like Randy Orton type of wrestler, like been here forever. Like, she could fairly new to me, and she still has somebody that she's teaching and that's learning underneath of it and is improving, and we can see that.
She could easily be on Charlotte Flair type of timing, on I'm not going to put this person over type of timing. Literally with Bianca Belair, this is literally watching Super Cena work with people. It's like watching 2011 Cena, where it's like, I don't have to have the belt, but I'm still Cena. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is exactly what it's like.
I like to refer to her as Jane Cena.
She is Jane Cena. Yes, hey, that might be the title of this episode, man. Because look, man, Bianca Belair is one of the ones, man. And having her at 34 is ridiculous. But more than anything, like, bro, I'm sorry, dog. Like, y'all got to stop with this Athena shit, bro. Like, no one is watching these matches, dog.
Her boo is cool.
Nobody's watching these matches, bro.
Nah.
Like, stop with this shit.
Is she still the RH champion?
Of course she is. Trust me, in the communities that we I'm saying in the communities that we be in, trust me, it would have been headline news when she finally gave that up. And yeah, like my nigga, you realize she got hurt for like 180 days and they did not take the title off of her? Like, no, like that's they just crazy. Anybody else, like, hey, no, they want to give her this long ass reign, which is insane. But like, fam.
Thing about that is like ROH used to be a local product here. So I used to watch it all the time, you know. Mm-hmm. Not all the time, but whenever like it used to come on late at night and I watch it when it was on or whatever before I go to sleep. But like now, from like knowing that ROH till now, it's like I have no idea what's going on with ROH. Is crazy,
bro. We done seen AEW TV deals. They still trying to get this damn Shockwave show a deal. Nothing for Ring of Honor on TV, which is disgusting. And keep in mind, though, this ain't even like 2017, 2016 Ring of Honor where it wasn't as popular, but it was still had its own legs. And, you might go and, check it out because it's still Ring of Honor. You still got those memories of, Joe and Danielson and McGuinness.
You still might see the Briscoe brothers or
you might get an Amazing Red popping, you know what I'm saying? Like, but this is disgusting.
Mike Elgin and
Elgin bomb. Like, like, you you might see a damn Adam Cole pop up, like, oh shit, like, like this is disgusting, man. I just wanted to show this to say, man, like, it's okay, man, to say, hey, WWE has the best product, man. And like, I know somebody in that office down there in Jacksonville paid for this list. But fam, this is fucking disgusting, dog. Like, y'all niggas got fucking Mariah May, who I think she's a phenomenal character. And I think Willow Nightingale is a phenomenal wrestler as well.
Love Willow.
Having them above Roxanne and Liv Morgan is crazy. Like, Liv Morgan not only got over herself because they put her in a position, which, by the way, shout out to WWE for handling that very well with the Rhea Ripley injury. But she literally has been helping carry that Judgment Day shit for a whole nother leg. It's not as interesting if she's not in there. So,
right.
Yeah, man, this is fucking disgusting, man. But I'm not going to spend no more time on this list. PWI, you should be ashamed of yourself, man. Bottom line.
It's clear to see what's going on over there with these lists.
Oh yeah, it's disgusting, man. Speaking of, y'all gotta stop this shit, man. And I hate to do this to my brother because I love this man dearly, man. But Booker T was on the Hall of Fame podcast and he talked about how he wouldn't mind seeing Brock Lesnar back in the fold and how Brock would be a game changer. And I'm going to paraphrase what he said, but he was just saying, man, he could see him back at Crown Jewel. It'd be a huge game changer. And, especially with this bloodline stuff. Book.
Oh, yeah, man.
Book. Yeah, man. Nah, man. Nah, Book. I'm sorry, bro.
The thing with Brock Lesnar is like Book, if Brock was to come back, Crown Jewel would be the spot. But it would be like that's the only time you see him is at Crown Jewel because the Sheik loves seeing Brock Lesnar. Other than that, like it don't fit story wise, like for him just to wedge Brock Lesnar in, unless it's Brock Lesnar comes back but Paul Heyman brings Brock Lesnar back, and then somehow you weave Paul Heyman going back to Roman Reigns. But
let me tell you
I
how
feel
I
like
knew it
that
was
would
cooked.
take too long.
Let me tell you how I knew it was cooked for Brock Lesnar. It was real simple. My brother, when I saw Bill Goldberg, and I was about to call it day one because that was when they had in Atlanta, but when I saw that Bad Blood, that was PLE. When I saw Bill Goldberg, who, by the way, kissed the ring in the Van Fleet interview like a month before, when I seen Goldberg get in that ring, I said, "Oh yeah, man, Triple H is doing everything he can not to call Brock Lesnar dog." you can't tell me that when they go back to Saudi, I think they do Saudi every May, every November. It's not possible that we might not see, if Gunther's no longer champion, we might not see Gunther and Brock. I mean, not Brock, but Goldberg in a quick 5-minute match. I can totally see that happening. I can totally see Goldberg hitting them up like, yo, give me one person, you know what I'm saying? To just whoever's not doing shit for Mania, let's just go and get it over with. You know, I can see it now, but fam, literally, as much as I think a Brock Lesnar Gunther match would probably slap, Brock don't need to be in no title conversations. The Bloodline story is already interesting enough without Brock, so we don't need that there. You're gonna have to give me like Brock Braun Breaker kind of thing. And when I say kind of thing, I mean he's putting Braun Breaker over kind of thing. Like that's the only way I want to see Brock back, bro. Like other than that, man, unless Karrion Kross's BMF belt comes back and niggas is doing blood sport shit, man, I ain't trying to see Brock in that ring, dog. I think his time has passed, man.
I think you're right about that because it seemed like Triple H is trying to distance himself from all that, everything that has to go on with the creator, you know. So when you said that, like seeing Goldberg, it's like, yeah, he's doing everything he can to try to keep Brock out of here. So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, man, it's yikes. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's great how so many people were like, "Oh no, they've been trying to bring Brock back." I'm like, fam, you think that y'all the same people that went out last year and was like, "Oh yeah, Cena Punk ain't coming back." Nah, Vince told him no, and then what happened? So I just want to let y'all know. Every time I saw these Brock reports, hey, all I saw was this.
Hey, what the fuck going on with Buddy, man?
That's me. What's going on with Buddy, man? Fuck wrong with Buddy, man. As me and Donnie Lucci like to say, man, Buddy back on that shit again, man. Like, nah, bro. Nah.
And that stuff just came out about like how Sable sued and then she came back. You know, on a documentary on Netflix, they talked about Sable and how she sued and came back, and then Homeboy said, well, she came back to work, didn't she? Like, and Sable's with Brock. So like it's a lot of stuff intertwined. That's like, yeah, let's just stay away from it. You feel me?
It's a lot of nasty shit, man.
Yeah,
LeBron, keep the family away. Steph Curry, keep the family away.
no trips is like,
nah,
man, we not hands off over there.
Nah, man. But you know, let's take this time to honor real legends in the business. And after a long ass time, but I kind of felt like it was coming. Brother, we are here. John Cena is not the only one who will be retiring. We are on the road to the retirement of Hiroshi Tanahashi, aka the Ace of New Japan, dog. Tanahashi will be retiring on January 4th, 2026 at Wrestle Kingdom 19. I kind of knew this was coming because he legitimately became a board member of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and we're about to get the year of Tanahashi. So,
Do
yeah.
do
Yeah.
do you think that he gets a Cena send off? Whereas
Actually, no,
those
I
like,
apologize. It's 2025, not 2026. So he's retiring at Wrestle. I don't know why they
oh,
put. Hold up.
so
Hold on. Let me make sure. King of Pro Wrestling retire. So I
that
guess
says
at
26.
no. So he's okay. So this
Then
match is
that says
for
25.
yeah. So the match. Okay, for correction,
It's
people,
two
the
different
match.
dates in the article.
Yeah, the match is gonna be on the 20 on for this Wrestle Kingdom, but he's retiring at Wrestle Kingdom 20, which I would imagine. So, okay, go ahead. My bad.
Do you think he gets the Cena send off, like the farewell tour, and does he win a title on his way out, or is he just gonna end up just getting in the feud and then going out looking at the lights?
Tanahashi, when he won the title last, was because Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks and the Elite were leaving New Japan, so they had to have a champion for the time being. Tanahashi don't need no more titles. I mean, if you watch any of his latest matches, it's literally like, man, my son is cooked. He is sometimes when he's able to bring it back, but I mean, realistically speaking, Tanahashi will be 48 this year. By the time he retires, he'll be 49.
And that New Japan or that Japanese style of wrestling is way harder on your body than the
Yeah.
American style.
Yeah. I
So a
mean,
48 over there is gotta be rough.
now I'm going to say this, though. And I know it's tough because, and shout out to him, Shinsuke Nakamura has been doing more stuff. He just got announced for another match for Pro Wrestling Noah for January as well. So salute to the Pro Wrestling Noah WWE partnership that's continuing. In a perfect world, I would have Nakamura be his last match.
That'd be fine, probably.
Knowing how this is going to go, though, it's probably going to be somebody like Bryan Danielson. This is just what they do. Like, it's probably going to be somebody like Danielson. If you keep it in New Japan, though, I mean, look, Naito retired Muda. Let Naito retire Tanahashi. I mean, if we're going to do this, because... But the thing about this, though, because we talked about this, I ain't going to lie. On some funny shit, on some, hey, let's just get wonky with it. Hey, a Cena Tanahashi match would be fucking hilarious, dog. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, that would be beyond. If WWE is able to get John Cena and Hiroshi Tanahashi in the same ring,
Do you think that
crazy.
that door is open?
I think it's more open than people think. I know that New Japan does a lot with AEW, but let me tell you, bro, everybody will say, hey, man, I like the Joe Fresh Goods New Balance. I like the Joe Fresh Good Converse. I like the Adidas. I like all this shit. But you know, like I know, if they said tomorrow it's going to be a JFG Air Force One, we on it. So, yeah, man. And he's not turning that down either. I don't think New Japan turns that down, man.
I happen to agree with you because just as we seen in it didn't end as well as they probably thought it was going to, but that TNA had an agreement with AEW when they was swapping talent back and forth. But now you see TNA with WWE swapping talent back and forth. So it's a possibility that I think this new regime of WWE would go ahead and do a little opening of the
Tanahashi
door to let
himself
something happen.
Tanahashi himself has said he wouldn't mind doing it. So hey, there's gonna be a litany of people who are gonna line up to try to get that Tanahashi match, because why wouldn't you? You know, the guy's about to retire, but I think it's a bigger chance than people may want to give it credit, man. So all I'm gonna say is stay tuned.
And Cena was over there for a while, right? Didn't he? He learned Mandarin doing commercials and things over there.
You talk about Lightning Fist, John? Yeah.
So
you talking about that era of wrestling that everybody gets online and talks about that they hate so much and made them turn off the product and all that. Yeah, back when John Cena came back with hair. Yeah.
So
that was a time.
I wouldn't count that out as an option.
Man, it's crazy to think that, but I mean, you know, that we're at this point. But hey, man, we're here. I mean, it's a lot of crazy shit going on in this world, man. I mean, I never thought I would be looking at, shout out to MLW, but I never thought I'd be watching Matt Riddle versus Minoru Suzuki. Here we are.
Oh,
shout out to my man Minoru Suzuki.
Is Suzuki this guy who has the cuts in his head, like the triangles and shit?
Yes.
That's my man. I fuck with him.
Nah,
me and
you
fam
got it.
went
Nah,
to
you got
Japan.
The Collision jump, Capital Collision. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it was a while ago. It was maybe last year.
It was like last year. Yeah. I remember.
And he was there, man.
I was supposed to go to that jump. Yeah, me
yeah.
and Nelson was supposed to go, bro. Yeah, me and Nelson were supposed to go.
Been fire.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He had a match there, and that's when I became a fan of it. Like I seen him online and stuff, but like just noticing like they had, but I've never seen like a full match of them, to be honest. And watching it up close and personal.
Nah, son,
I'm a fan.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch the last Glory Days mid-carders we did, because we showed when Minoru Suzuki faced Ken Shamrock in MMA in the 90s.
Oh shit.
we also watched Minoru Suzuki versus Jushin Liger in MMA as well.
Oh yeah. In MMA?
In MMA, yes.
Did he have the paint or the mask on, or was he just
He had the mask on. He had the mask on.
Oh,
yeah. He got
because Jushin Liger is another one. Like, I mean, I don't know if I could count him as a luchador, but
I mean, that's my favorite. That's my favorite guy, man. So yeah, he's a luchador in my eyes.
I would say, like, he's another one that I was a big fan of. Him, Ultimo Dragon. Like, that's the thing. Like, Japan has some of those masked guys that have some weight when they name that often get forgot about. Yeah, another thing I want to say is Dragon Lee. Is he
talk to me about my boy? What's up?
of Asian descent, or does he belong in the LWO?
It's a full-on Mexican. So
okay.
You know,
Dragon Lee is like You thought it
was Ultimo Dragon Part 2?
I thought maybe he might have one of these pictures out there, you know, with the belt or both arms around his neck. And I thought maybe he was Ultimo Dragon time. You feel me? I didn't know. I thought maybe WWE was just being on some. He got a mask on, let's throw him in LWO type shit.
Oh man! Oh, it's
just being honest.
Whoo! Oh man.
Okay,
sorry,
ladies.
No, that's goated.
You're going to get these side conversations. I'm sorry. We'll get back on track, folks. I promise you.
This is goated. Welcome back to Mid-Carders and Catering, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let me tell you why that was funny. So, Dragon Lee is full-on Mexican. His brothers are Dralistico, and his other brother is Roosh from Ring of Honor. That's his brother.
I love that name.
Yeah. Yes.
Like,
That is his blood brother. Because their dad wrestles too. Bestia Del Ring. They're all. So he's got.
He's one guy who can get me to turn into AEW. Roosh.
Oh, absolutely. What? Hey, son, that is. Listen, if I'm watching AEW, bro, it's for a Roosh match. It's for one of them cruiserweight. The Kingo, one of those guys.
Kingo, that's my nigga too.
Nigga,
he be fucking wild.
Other than Malachi Black and some of those guys, that's it, bro. Like the top guys, I'm not there for it, but that mid card, I'll sit there and watch a couple matches, man. The women too.
WCW.
Yes, it's all over again. I be trying to tell people, bro. Nah. Oh man, hey, bro, nah, man. Shout out to my son Dragon Lee, man. We're gonna talk about him more in a minute, but that's a golden moment right there, man. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that basically does it for the news, except for two big things that I knew once we got into was going to be crazy. Shout out to Adam Cole coming back from injury. He talked about his ring injury. I'm not going to get into all the stuff with his girlfriend and all that, man. That's nah, man. But
that's him. Said he had to get a bone marrow transfer or something crazy.
A cadaver. Right? Yeah, he had to get a cadaver bone inserted in his ankle.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know it was that bad.
None of us did. We just thought he twisted his ankle, and we thought, this man will be back in 3 months. Bro took a whole year and some change off, dog.
So, it makes sense now.
Yeah, nah, he had to learn how to walk again, and then all kind of stuff, man. I mean, he even says in his, when he talked about it, he said the first piece of news I heard was your ankle is, is messed up. Worse than we anticipated. You have to get another surgery in 7 days. So he had to get double the amount of screws. He had to also get someone else's bone in his ankle, dog. So yeah, man. It's crazy. I mean, I hope the best for Adam Cole, man. I know he gets a lot of hate online because of, going to play video games with his friends and getting paid. But hey, Adam, we'll still take you back, dog.
Yeah, I seen Adam Cole.
We'll take you back, dog. You have to work your way up. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
what are you gonna do, man?
Prayers.
But shout out to Adam Cole, man. Get well soon, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. We got 2 bullshit topics left for news. Let's get the crazy one out the way first, man. This image is a cursed image. And yeah, man. Dog. Fuck it, let it rock.
Hey.
Kane and The Undertaker, you can take Kamala Harris, Dave Bautista, and Tim Walz. Choose.
And that should be an easy choice.
And that should be an easy choice. You should pick me because I'm the president. I was the president and I survived the shooting and I'm fighting for your rights. No, this is not an ad. This is just DJ Larry impersonating Donald Trump because, this is what I want to do. Like, man, fuck out of here, dog. It should be an easy choice.
You can pick The Undertaker, Trump, and Kane, or
Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista and Kamala. I mean,
now let's see.
It should be an easy choice.
Let's see. Do I want to be the most hated mayor in Tennessee history? Do I want to be
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I didn't even put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
That's how they feel about him out there.
Oh yeah. Well, they don't fuck with him. They fuck with him in Knoxville, but they don't.
I want to say anywhere else, basically.
Nah.
I'm about to say, it's not like he just was a one-term man. Like he's
he's the fucking
he got
mayor.
it and he kept it since he got it. Like it's nobody.
This is proof, bro, that if Penny Hardaway wanted to run for mayor out here, he could do it, and we wouldn't bat an eye. We'd be like, "Yeah, Penny!" Like that's just how that shit works, bro.
Okay.
This is why they be. I mean, bro, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Look, bro, Schwarzenegger was the whole governor, dog. Like this just shows you like how this shit works, but
yeah, I thought maybe out there he was enacting some change and some policies and things that people wanted,
MAGA.
and they fuck with him like
big MAGA. That's all they want to see.
MAGA. I mean, of course, I figured that he was MAGA, but I thought that maybe he was doing things that they wanted. And
he if you look at his policies, this is not a political podcast, but bro, he want to take your rights away. He want to do all kind of shit, man. Like yeah. If it was up to Glenn. Glenn don't want you to be able to get an abortion for your lady. None of that shit, man. Like Glenn on that type of time.
I already figured he was on that type of time, but I just thought maybe like he was making changes in his area.
Where you know what? I want to shout out to everybody who's taking time to actually look into who they want to vote for and what policies they're interacting and shit like that, because that is an important thing, especially as we get older, because we got to think about our kids and our nieces and nephews and the next generation. But hey, man, stop shucking and jiving for some of this shit, man. Like it's not that deep, bro. Like these people, if Trump saw some of you motherfuckers, he would spit on you, dog. Like straight up. Like let's keep it a bean.
Look at my African American over there.
Yeah, that. And then I mean, bro, look at how you like. Hey, fam, look at this man, dog. Bro. Look at this shit, man. Look at this bullshit, bro.
You know, he was great. I never thought he liked me.
And I
felt badly because I think he's a terrific guy. And then Dana White said when I was shot, took a shot to the ear. You may have heard about it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about it. I heard some rumblings about this. Yes.
Rock called Dana and said, I want to have his number. I want to have his number. What he did is sort of incredible. He considered it bravery. I don't know. To me, I considered it like, what's going on here? But it was very nice, actually, The Rock. So you might mention that I said that. Do you speak to him? You know,
do you speak to him? You talk to your other African Americans and know what's that guy you talk to? Godfather. Yeah, you talk to him.
your African American friends. You know,
you work with speak them? To those friends. You talk to them like, fuck out of here, dog. Like, but yeah, you was finna say something before I played that clip. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
Is this the equivalent of Kamala going on All the Smoke? Like, is this their equivalent?
Nigga, this is dog. This is like fucking fuck all the smoke, dog. This is like Kamala. Nah, this is Kamala going on Drink Champs, my nigga. Like that's what.
You think that she didn't try to go in there? I feel like they would. Nah, I don't know. She probably didn't because Nori would have went for it.
Could you imagine Kamala on the street? Miss President. Yeah, that's a big fan. And round of applause.
Make some noise so relevant in the White House.
Look at that shit would look like a scene from Coming to America, bro. Like hell.
Man, I don't want to say certain things because I want y'all to get sponsorships and I want y'all to thrive. So, but like him coming on here talking to a wrestler, like it's the same thing as Kamala going on All the Smoke, and they're gonna ask her what was it you got your ass bust moment? Like,
like a Kamala on Knuckleheads, which one of your members bust your ass?
What was your welcome to the Senate moment? Like, come on, like, what do they have in common to talk about aside from being black? Like,
imagine, like at least Breakfast Club is like a radio station, so it's like okay, like Hot 97 is a radio station.
People going to work in the morning, they can listen. Like all type of people, and These are your voters, and you can say something and it might sway a couple people, but people was tapped into all the smoke to listen to them talking to ex-NBA players about being in the NBA, like, or NBA players about being in the NBA. We're not tapped into this to listen to
my nigga. Imagine
you pandering at this point.
Picture this. It's what's how you get up for work in the morning? Just for the record. Just you can make up a time.
I get up early.
Like 4 a.m. Like 4 a.m.
3.
All right.
Yeah.
It's 3 a.m. You're getting ready for work. You getting everything, your bearings together, whatever. You hit the road. You know what I'm saying? And you get a notification on your phone. You about to check out your new podcast of the week. You know, you got your black announce tables. You got your BRPs. You got your show your works, your mid-carders and caterer. You know what I'm saying? You got your guys, right? And then you scroll down your feed. RAOP. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Seek Almighty. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit. You know what I mean? All that good, all the bros. You know what I'm saying? Black variants and, you know, critically unfocused and hanging with the crew and, you know, all this shit. And then you go on your Spotify or your Apple, wherever you get your podcasts, and your YouTubes, all that. And the first thing you see on YouTube is Kamala Harris, and then the camera pans, and it's Jeff T to my, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? When I was in the Bay Area that one time, man, we bust that nigga ass, man. You know what I'm saying? KG couldn't believe that shit, man. He said, man, get your ass back on the bench. I said, damn, bro, Steph was cold, bro. Like, you'll be like, nigga, what?
If Kamala Harris was on Club 520, I'm listening.
Oh. Nah, you know what? Fuck it, dog. You really want to get me, dog. You really want to get me. Get Kamala on 85 South. Fuck it, bro. I need Clayton. I need Carlos. I need DC, and I need Chico. I need all four of them. Bro.
I'm about to say we need all of them on there. If they
and I need a Jack Thriller run in too. So imagine my face when I see Mark talking to Trump. And he's like, yeah, man, you my guy.
Crazy.
Nigga was crying for this man, dog.
For anybody who thought that this would be different, like
you I don't know why you did.
Wasn't MAGA? He been telling us since he retired that he was on that side.
And the thing about the MAGA shit that's so funny is like y'all gotta realize, bro, there's levels to the MAGA shit. Like there's like Tim, your manager at work, he's been a Republican. You don't want to switch up. So he's like, hey man, I don't fuck with Trump, but I'm red to the end, dog. I was like, all right, blood, like I salute it. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with it, but it's whatever, bro. Then you got like the motherfuckers that's like MAGA, that's like, you know, hey, I think he's making a lot of sense, and I'm not trying to hear shit you say where it's like, damn, Pamela, like, well, fuck us then. Then you got Blue Lives Matter, where they will see a nigga get killed in the street and be like, yeah, it's kind of fucked up, dog, but you know, gang, like I can't do nothing about it. Like
it ain't even that's kind of fucked up. It's just, hey, he shouldn't have
antagonized him. Like, nigga, he was in the store.
Insert excuse here.
Yeah, like because he had Skittles in his hand, dude. Like, bro, he's MAGA and he's from Texas. What did y'all expect? And he's a biker. Like,
think about it. Think about it like this. It's those people who would vote a certain type of way, and it's those people who want to put a flag outside their house telling you which way they voting.
Like, bro, prime example.
He's the type that's going to put the flag outside his house.
Big ass flag outside his house. With also, big flag. And before that flag even existed, there was the fucking "Don't Tread on Me" flag that was outside.
Not a NFL, NBA, MLB team flag.
A flag.
No, a flag. Not a country flag. Not a flag showing you what Western Indian or Western Indian country that you're from. No, a flag telling you who he's voting for.
Like, fam, that shit. Y'all gotta understand the part of the, because I mean, I consider Baltimore like basically southeast, basically, bro. You know,
we below the Mason-Dixon.
So y'all,
I feel as though the way I count it is the way I learned. It's the Mason-Dixon line. Anything north of that is north. Anything south of that is south. But I mean, I can understand why people say that like Baltimore might be the north because we closer to New York and like we're on the East Coast and things of that nature. So I can understand it. But to be technical, Mason-Dixon line is south and north, right?
Yes, sir. And let me tell you, if y'all don't believe Zell from the South, go back and watch me, Zell, and Stan rap Gucci Mane cutting off fingers word for word, bar for bar. Shout out to Trapaholic One watch along, man. Classic time. But yeah, man, this is the America that we live in. But hey, I just want to say if she wins this presidency and I see Kamala on Big Facts, knowledge.
No, if Kamala is on Big Facts, I need a new drop. Bigger ranking, nigga. Kamala Harris, nigga. I need some type of new drop with Kamala in there.
Yo, imagine Big Bank Black come out of rap retirement and start rapping and spoil you to Kamala Harris.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Shout out to Kamala, man. Shout out. I'm not shouting out that other motherfucker, man. Hey, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro.
Hey, man, this is a wrestling podcast.
It's a wrestling podcast.
Let's keep
we bringing this shit back. We only bringing this up because of the bullshit. And speaking of bullshit and seeing people in places, man. All right. I'm going to say this publicly, because no one else has smoked with this man but me publicly, I feel. So I'm going to Summer Jam scream myself for this. KP, you going to pay for this shit, bro. I don't know how you got your wish. I don't know what type of bullshit you pulled. But Kalisha Proctor, you better get your turn for this shit, boy. Boy.
Hey, man. KP and the P stands for Paul Levesque.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Nah. That P stand for something else, man. But I ain't gonna say it because I want to keep my job here. Nah, KP, you wildin', dog. So for those that don't know the inside joke, what was it? Tuesday? Monday.
Yeah.
I'm at work. I'm on my last 15. I'm responding to, some shit. And I just see the notification. Samantha Irvin has announced her departure from WWE. And I literally pulled a Joker. And I said, and here we go. So she had a long statement basically talking about this. I'm not going to read through the whole statement, but I am going to pull it up for y'all. She just basically said, my time has come. And this is not the end of my art. It's just, my time in WWE. Thank you to all the crew, cameraman. And she really just thanked everybody that she interacted and worked with. And, class act shit. So this is the big part. To my fans, my entire career, I've been waiting for you. We are meant to be, and I can prove it. Stay tuned. All my love, and still Samantha. And, you start to get the things of like, okay, like, niggas on Twitter love fear mongering Paul Levesque because they feel like Triple H just hates black people. So it's like, what was this? What happened? And I knew in my head for her to say this the way she did, I was like, there's no way she just up and quit. In my heart, I was like, there's no way she up and quit. Because if she just got fired or something like that, it was going to be a shit show. So, I knew something.
She just quit. And
yeah, it'd be weird.
On a Monday, put out this statement, and then that's it. Like, we never see her again.
And then
that's crazy.
I knew something was up because all the dirt sheets was like, hey, is somebody backstage for Monday night? And then what happens? Literally, it's announced that Lillian Garcia is back full time with WWE. Now, I don't think you announce somebody back full time on short notice, right?
Full time?
Full time, she's back. Yeah, I don't think you. Yeah, she's back full time.
She signed a Legends deal, right?
She signed a Legends deal at first, but then it came out because the dirt sheets were trying to say, oh, like this was so unexpected, da da da. And Samantha herself, because again, PW Insider, which they try to do their job, they go off base their sources, said, hey, she quit and was WWE's informed hours before Raw. It was her decision to leave, no idea, right? Samantha replies back months before Raw.
Because that says Samantha Irvin told WWE on Monday she was quitting. That means that before Raw came on, she said that she quit, right?
Right. And then she doubled back and was like, nah, months before, which would make sense because how the fuck would you have Lillian Garcia ready full time? Like you think they just called Lillian and said, hey, you want to get back full time? And then she's like, oh, I'm just so happen to be in Philly. Like, no, bro. Like,
I just so happen to be where you are.
Nah, dog. Nah. So
can I?
You good? Go ahead.
Can I talk about Lillian Garcia now, or should we wait till Raw segment to talk about?
Oh, we can talk about it now. Garcia. That container shit was funny as hell. Number one container. That shit was funny as fuck.
Not because, like, my thing was that she's announcing people walking to the ring who aren't there. Like Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Dirty Dom, and Dom's not there. Dom's not out there yet. So, like, what are you telling me right now? You telling me that it's Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Dom, but Dom's not out there. So now I'm might be expecting Dom to come out during this match, which he did at the end of the match. And then you say, oh, Joaquin Wilde, and she announced like the whole LWO, but it was just
Ray, Zelina, and Dragon Lee.
Exactly. Yeah. So like I can understand like this might would be on a sheet, but you standing right there, like you can't look and see that it's just two people and not three, or you can't look and see that it's just three people and not five. Like
that's some first night nerves, bro. I'm gonna chalk it up to them first night nerves, man. Cause she probably but I agree though. You gotta, hey, you gonna slide in there. You gotta come in there, motherfucker.
It's look, and I would understand like if it was a homegirl from NXT coming up.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's on Fridays now, but yeah.
Or somebody just but it's Lillian Garcia who was the Samantha Irvin before Samantha Irvin, you know?
Yep.
So it's like
definitely paid the way for her too.
We expect you to be at not the level above, but like 2-3 levels of professionalism above to know that, all right, right now it's just Raquel and Liv coming down. Dom's not coming out right now.
Yeah.
That shit so I'm not wild, gonna say that. But at the same time, you know, it might have been short notice and they might have did whatever they had to do, and she just was going down the run sheet. So I'm gonna give her that grace, but at the same time, it's like while you watching it for off the bat, like without knowing none of this stuff, it's like, huh? Like Dirty Dom, where is he at? He's not out there yet. You know, so
yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. But you know, I'm gonna give her a little bit of grace, but I will be paying attention next couple weeks. Like, all right, Lillian, don't fuck this up because we can go find somebody. There's somebody in that performance center right now licking their chops to be an announcer. So we'll see.
I think she'll, if she's going to be there long term, then I think that first night was just that one that way. So it's like, all right,
clean slate.
We're gonna get it. Yeah, we're gonna get everything out right now. We see what happened. That's our bad. Cool. Next night or next Monday Night Raw. Next, if she's gonna be on SmackDown or whatever, next time we see Lillian Garcia, she's gonna be on point. I feel as though.
I feel like that too. Also, shout out to Lillian because she still has my favorite call of all time when she called Triple H former world heavyweight champion. He chased her out the ring, like that, out the arena. Shout out to her for that, man. But yeah, Lillian, please take your time, get it right, because you gonna be back in this full time. And shout out to Samantha Irvin for clarifying that instead of letting the dirt sheets eat at that shit. And I mean, look, if she wants to go be an artist, okay, but we also all knew too, like when Ricochet left or was about to leave, we knew this was coming, bro. Because you can't be that gone from your wife that long, man. Like we knew this day was happening, bro.
It hurts still though.
Oh, my brother, my heart is. Listen, man, listen. When I seen the announcement, hey,
yeah, that shit was ass. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on, man.
Like, it's like, yeah, we knew that once Ricochet left that it wasn't gonna be too long, but like, it's still gonna hurt when we get that dag,
Absolutely, and I feel like
Samantha.
Samantha was our GOAT, man. But I just say this: I appreciate the time we had with Samantha and how she elevated the product. And the thing about Samantha, she's gonna be back, bro. She's gonna be back. It's just a matter of time.
It's better to have loved and not loved at all.
So on that note, Samantha Irvin, All right. Well, that does it for this week's news. And hey, man, you know what we got to do, man? We got to get into This Week in Wrestling. Let's get it. All right, and this week in wrestling was pretty wild. So let's start off with SmackDown before we work our way up to NXT, and before we give some quick predictions on the Halloween Havoc card. I like Zell bringing up Halloween Havoc as a kid and what that meant to him. So we're gonna talk about Halloween Havoc later.
I'm glad they brought it back, but like you said, we'll talk about that later.
For sure. All right. So SmackDown starts off with a lot. So we get Solo Sikoa coming out. He's talking that talk. And then my boy Jey Uso shows up and says, "Hey man, like, why you breaking up the family, dog? Like, why you get the Tongans? Why'd you get Jacob? It's the reason we avoided blood." And if this nigga he didn't say nigga, but he said if this, in my mind, he said if this nigga keep looking at me, I'll fire on his ass.
It's one of the predicaments where he pointing in his face like, why you bring this nigga? you pointing the finger at his head like.
Yeah, it's funny because he literally looked at the bloodline and said,
"Look at these bumps."
Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, what? Like, yeah, man. Solo was like, hey, bro, all you gotta do is acknowledge me. And Jay was like, all right, but guess what, bro? Next time you see me, it's gonna be different. And I was like, what did he mean by that? What did he mean by that? So that happened the first segment. Then we get a pretty good triple threat tag match between DIY Street Profits and Pretty Deadly. Shout out to the boys, you know what I'm saying? But they got a job right now. You feel me? They just got to do what they got to do right now. But it was
I just want to be on the record saying that I'm Team Pretty Deadly.
Listen, man. Listen. You need a good comedy act, dog. And they are hamming this shit up to perfection, dog. Like, I want a tag team Money in the Bank just so they can get the briefcase and then just cash in somebody just for the fucking hilarity of it, dog. Like, yes.
And it's things like having teams like Pretty Deadly that make me love wrestling. Like,
yeah,
this one team, they know their part, and they go out there and they play their part the way they supposed to play it. Like, in the backstage, when it's promo time, it's calm and everything. But when they get in that ring, they do what they supposed to do in the ring.
I feel this
They
way
make
about
it believable in the ring.
I feel this way about another tag team in the women's division that we're gonna talk about here in just a second. But they have a double pin, but Montez Ford did not pin the legal person because
who ate the pin?
So
on both sides.
Well, the Gargano got the pin for DIY. Montez got the pin for them.
No, I'm saying who ate the pin on both sides.
Both pretty deadly got the pin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, I'm sorry, but when it comes to me,
that's some funny shit.
I might get a little. I'm not the deepest wrestling fan, but I might get a little layer or two deeper than the normal wrestling fan. You feel me? And for them to do what they supposed to do and go out there and both of them eat the pin, and I feel as though to me it got them even more over by eating the pin.
Oh, dog! When they finally turn face and they finally get them tag championships, oh, bro, it's gonna be the grown man roar, dog, like a Kevin Owens match when they get that shit, bro.
I try not to talk too much ahead of time, but like you just said, man, when that time comes for what you just said, man, that's going to be what everything right now is building up to. You feel me? Like all of this comedic stuff, all of them losing and still going out there and putting on excellent matches at the same time. When they get that title shot and they win it,
I mean, real quick before we go on, people act like when they talk about Bryan Danielson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Bryan, they always act like, oh, he got his shot as a wrestler because he was just such a good wrestler. No, bro, he had to do a whole year of Team Hell No, and they got that over as hot as anything at that time. And when they finally broke them up, guess what? People were clamoring for Bryan Danielson, the singles person. But what did he have to do? He had to do the tag team shit. And I mean, we're seeing how that has worked for Kevin Owens, who we'll talk about in a second. We're seeing how that's worked for Sami Zayn. So, bro, I mean, look at Jey Uso, prime example. Like, you got to do the shit first, man. And a good comedy is what keeps wrestling going, dog. So,
and the thing about Pretty Dilly is I don't know who's Shawn Michaels and who's Marty Jannetty.
We're going to find out. And it's going to break my heart.
I don't know yet.
It's going to break my heart when we find out. But
I feel you on that. But at the same time, that's what's going to keep me watching these guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Kit's the one with the black hair. Kit might be Shawn Michaels. He might be the Shawn Michaels.
You think so? I kind of like the blonde head nigga.
We'll see. All right, next up, speaking of tag teams, man, in singles action, Lash Legend, who made her SmackDown debut. Where is the motherfucking... Did her thing and beat Piper Niven. Shout out to Piper Niven for doing the job.
To Piper Niven.
You know what I'm saying? That was a great match. More on that later, but shout out to Lash Legend, man. That was great.
That's one thing that we kind of lose in watching wrestling. Like, yeah, somebody might have lost, but if you watch how they lost, like putting on a good match and you watch the match and they might have been picking up on things that might have not gone the way that they were supposed to go, or type of things of that nature. But when you watch somebody lose, you really see what type of wrestler they really are.
Bingo. I couldn't have said it any better, bro. So next up, we get Cody Rhodes. Well, we ain't got to spend too much time on this. We just know him and Gunther are going to be doing another promo this Friday. When I believe this show on Friday is double taped because they're going to be going to Saudi, so they're going to tape the SmackDown for November 1st at the same time. So Pretty sure the net will be talking about that, and I'm pretty sure we'll be looking at that. But curious to see how this second showdown between Cody and Gunther goes, because they have to sell this matchup beyond just like the idea. So real curious for that. Next up, Zell, a long time coming. The Motor City Machine Guns defeat Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, and Los Garza to progress. So next week on free television, as you just said earlier, DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns.
One thing I need to say is I'm not well versed in Motor City Machine Guns, so I need to know. Like, I see the internet going crazy for these guys, and they're so like happy that they're finally in WWE, and I can respect that, and I'm going to give them a shot. But these guys, like, they really like these guys?
Okay, let me take this off the screen. So let me explain more. Let me put you on game. All right, I'll make this brief. You couldn't really see a lot of Motor City Machine Guns because you came up watching Ring of Honor. So you remember you would see Chris Daniels, Samoa Joe, a lot of talent from TNA.
One of them guys' names sound familiar.
Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. Well, Alex Shelley.
Just Sabin. His name sounds familiar.
He was X Division champion. He used to go crazy in the X Division. And he used to do a lot of stuff in Ring of Honor too. But when there was a time in 07, 05 to 07 where they stopped allowing TNA talent to come to Ring of Honor. So that's why you stopped seeing AJ Styles in Ring of Honor. And this is why you stopped seeing Austin Aries in TNA. He was specific to Ring of Honor. So if you knowing your journey and what you watched, you wouldn't really get to see these guys. And they
like
never
05, from like 05 to like 2012, I was out of wrestling.
Right. So, and this is when they were building their legacy. So I'll put it to you like this. These guys are literally what the Young Bucks act like. The Young Bucks literally model themselves after Motor City Machine Guns.
Cosplay
Motor City Machine Guns. Yes.
Got you.
They're cosplay Motor City Machine Guns who spam finishers. Motor City Machine Guns don't spam finishers. And the thing about both of these guys, they both go crazy as single stars too. They're just like the Lucha Bros in that aspect.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is why you put them against a DIY, because you can probably go Google some footage of Gargano and Shelley probably in Evolve, or Ciampa and Sabin in like a random indie promotion. This is 1000% happen. So to see these guys in the ring, you make this match happen ASAP. Street Profits will be okay. That's why they protected them with you pinned the wrong guy. But right now, you need to get the DIY Motor City Machine Gun match for all the wrestling heads.
And I think that at the same time that's going to help with the Street Profits turning heel.
If they go that route, yes. I think if they go that route, because it seems like they're going to finally get fed up, it definitely helps out.
It's like you can't just straight turn them heel 1 week. It's got to be this and then that and then this and then that and then this and then. So this is going to be one of those stepping stones that turns them heel.
And I mean, shit, they tried to do the heel shit before, but you know, Panamanian man who is apparently AEW bound, he fucked all that up. So, but I'm glad to see the tag team divisions on both sides looking phenomenal right now.
I'm glad that people who deserve a shot in WWE are finally able to, even like if it's just going to be for a cup of coffee, they're finally able to come and get their shot in WWE.
I mean, shit. Going to the next match. Look at Candice LeRae getting her moment this past week and getting the win over Bayley and Naomi, which I thought was going to be Candice was going to take the pin, but then Candice pinned Bayley, and I said, "Oh, wait a minute, we got action." So, you know, maybe just Larry thinking here. Maybe we hold Nia Jax, she stays champ till Charlotte comes back. And maybe we get a couple in between feuds in there, and then maybe, just maybe, y'all, maybe Tiffany Stratton wants to cash in on Charlotte, and that's the Mania match. Tiffany and Charlotte.
I like that. I wanted to say it before, but I just wanted to let you cook, and you said something that I like even better, because I like what you were saying about Nia holding on to that title a little bit longer. But Tiffany, Charlotte, is it time to pass the torch?
This is one of them ones. I think Tiffany cashes in before Mania. I think Tiffany goes into Mania as champion, and Charlotte gets a win back. Because Charlotte ain't won in Mania in a couple years. I think Charlotte gets that dub at Mania.
That's totally different. I thought that you were saying that Charlotte goes in champion and then Tiffany cashes in.
No, what I think is going to happen, I think Charlotte and Nia is at Rumble. And I think Tiffany cashes in during that match, gets the dub over Charlotte. She holds the title going into Mania. Charlotte might do some elimination chamber type shit. I don't think she's ever won one of those. Tiffany and Charlotte at Mania. That's my prediction.
I like that. That's my prediction. A lot.
So
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I know.
You can make that make a lot of sense from now until then, and
because if you go cash in on Charlotte, she got to go against somebody like a Nia Jax or somebody dominant, where it's like, okay, the cash in is pretty simple.
Like I won, but it took a lot out of me.
Mm-hmm. And then plus, this is only gonna make all this build up even crazier. So like, yeah, you hold on to that Tiffany briefcase for a few more months, but then when that Rumble hits or whatever, that's if it's on a SmackDown or a Saturday night's main event or something like that, that's when you cash the chip. Like, give people that moment to remember. So,
and at the same time, you get Tiffany cashing it and win it. So Tiffany's got her first title reign right there already built, even if it's just a couple, like 3 months, and then she loses it, but she's got that first title reign built in already.
Exactly.
So next time it's 2-time champion, and you can build upon that because she's obviously the future.
Right. And then, I mean, who knows what type of stuff will happen in between there, but all I'm gonna say is just keep your eye out, man. Let's just remember where you heard that first. And then we end SmackDown with the Bloodline beating down Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns, which, by the way, before this, we see Roman and Jay pass each other. Roman does the condescending, "We're proud of you. We're all proud of you." And then Jay is like, "Hey, bro, I remember what you said last week, dog." Nah. And what happens? They get beat down again. And Roman screaming, "Or what?" Cinema. Cinema.
100%. Cinema. Man, this whole Bloodline shit been cinema.
Yeah, man. So that was SmackDown. Let's get to Monday Night Raw real quick, which I ain't gonna lie, has 2 hours. Sure, go ahead.
One thing about this whole Bloodline thing before we leave real quick. Like, I like the pace that they're going, but I feel as though it's certain things are getting sped up, and I wish that it got slowed down a little bit more. Like them trying to get Jay to come back. I like it, but at the same time, I feel as though like I like what he's doing his ways. He's like, nah, I'm not with it right now. And I feel like they're gonna have to go find somebody else. They're gonna have to scramble and find somebody else right now, and then bring Jay. Jay's gonna come back in later. But I feel like they rushing a few things too quickly, with this whole Bloodline thing. Like, just let it breathe. I feel like everything nowadays is really like, we want it right now. We want the TikTok like 15 seconds, or we just want it real quick. Everything right now. So I feel, but with wrestling, like we gotta let it breathe for a second, slow down, give them a couple months. You feel me? Like, whereas though we know it's coming, but we itching for it,
Right.
and then when we get it, the roof blows off the building.
I feel like that's happening though, Zil. I just think that the reason they're holding off, they're doing this now, is because if we're gonna keep it 4-on-4 for War Games, right? The fourth man gotta be Sami Zayn. And I feel like you gotta give that moment where, like, okay, Jay does align with them, but they're still down. And then when they think they got the ups on all of them, Sammy is the one that comes out, gets the huge pop, and then Sammy's the one that grabs the microphone and says War Games. And then that's when all hell breaks loose. Because clearly, I mean, as we go to Monday Night Raw and we talk about that, you know, that's what we getting set up to. I mean, I'll go ahead and talk about it now before we get to the rest of the show. You know, we're talking about Jey Uso. Jey Uso has a defense against Braun Breaker. And, you know, the whole night they're like, hey, what happened on SmackDown? What happened on SmackDown? He's like, I ain't worried about that. And then Solo comes out during the match with 2 physical tickets in the year of our Lord 2024. And
the words on your phone, my boy.
Hey, he got that Ticketmaster booth inside of a Schnucks. Like, he went inside the Kroger.
That's not in your Apple Wallet, my boy.
Nah, bro. You remember back in the day, like, go to your local FYE for tickets. Like, that's where he went and got the tickets.
We go to the box office, straight at the arena.
Hey man, in the words of my son, Lil Flip, tickets, man. And then he pulled up with the Johnson in his hand, like, and then it's him and Jacob, and it's like, okay, what type of time are these folks on? Then the Tongans show up. And they just cost that man the match, man. Like Jake said, okay, the ref distracted. I'm gonna beat your ass for that shit you was talking on Friday. And then Braun Breaker, you know, got his title back. And now Jay has a reason, even if it's fuck Roman. You whooped my brother and you cost me my title. I don't give a fuck about Roman, but for one night only, I'm gonna beat the dog shit out you. Now we just gotta find that fourth person. And I think that's where Sami Zayn comes in.
I see what you're saying, and I can see that making a lot of sense. But like I kind of feel as though, like, for Jay to have always been this tag team guy, and then he finally gets his first piece of independent gold. For them to only give it to him for what? He had it 2-3 weeks? And he wins it on Raw and loses it on Raw. Like, I feel as though he should have at least got a PLE defense.
And
at least one PLE.
That
he goes in and leaves out as champion.
Well, I feel you, right? I feel you. But this is where I understand why they did this. It's real simple.
But that's just me, like, in the slow it down old school type of vibe. You feel me?
I feel like they did this because they want the IC title defended in a solo match at Survivor Series, and they don't want it to be caught up. I feel like they want that War Games match to have no belts involved. And I feel like the Tongans are going to lose their championship. Gorillas of Destiny going to lose their championships before this. And I think that we're going to get basically, like, there's no titles. There's nothing. Like, it's all respect. Who's going to get this shit done? And I feel like with Jay, he can always come back to this shit, man. Like, they'll probably have another, you know, it could be, honestly, I think the feud going into the next year is going to be Jay and Dom Mysterio. Personally, I think that's what the feud is going to be. I think there's going to be some multi-man match where Jay gets his shit back. I feel like Braun Breaker will take his focus off the IC title eventually, and then that'll lead to the Royal Rumble, and I think he'll get a marquee. That'll set up his marquee match at a WrestleMania. Like whoever eliminates Braun Breaker may end up getting that marquee WrestleMania match.
If someone eliminates Braun Breaker might win the Royal Rumble and then go fight Gunther.
Right. It could be Braun. Again, the sky's the limit. We could see Braun Breaker versus Gunther. We could see Braun Breaker versus Goldberg, and which is still a big match. You feel me? Hell, you want to throw a name out there talking about house fights and shit like that. We could see Braun Breaker, Drew McIntyre. You feel me? Like this is some shit we could see.
I would like to see.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker versus Obafemi.
It's some shit we could see, dog. I mean, if Obafemi is ready, we could see that shit too. So it's a lot there, man. But
like, that might not be next year, or it might be after that. But that's a match that I think will go crazy.
I mean, my man's right here as we go through Raw. Bronson Reed. These are all names. So it's just some shit to get to, but
that's another story that's going crazy to me right now that I'm invested in is this Bronson Reed, and it's some Tom and Jerry shit with them niggas.
Hey, shout out to Bronson Reed, man. We Bronson Reed hive over here, you know what I'm saying? And listen, Seth having a great feud to keep him distracted for Punk for a couple months, beautiful. I cannot wait to see where this goes. This match is official for Crown Jewel, so we're gonna see what happens with that. Just to keep on going for the sake of time.
I know this nigga is your enemy, but I gotta quote him real quick. The nigga Avery, magnifique.
Shout out to Top Hat, man. Shout out to Top Hat, man. You know what I'm saying? New Day beats AOP to advance thanks to R-Truth, which brings out the Wyatt Six. And they beat the dog shit out the Final Testament. Shout out to, you want to talk about old school, shout out to Paul Ellering taking the dive.
And shout out to Paul Ellering eating the mandible claw.
Oh, dog. I said, yo, he's been, and the way he pushed him, you could tell, like, he was dying to do this shit. You remember that one?
He wanted that action.
Yo, you remember that one Raw where it was like the Legends Raw where Ambrose was on the ground? And Jake put the snake, put the anaconda, like the snake on him and shit, pause. He was just smiling and shit. Like you could tell Paul was like, I've been waiting to eat a wrestling move for months. Like since they told me about this shit.
He pushed the Miz out the way, like, fuck out of here. It's my time.
Yeah, man. You'll get your time, buddy. I'm not gonna lie, as I scroll past this just for the sake of time. Hey, bro. Wyatt Six Final Testament might be the feud that the Final Testament needs to help get them some type of interest on television. So
I love AOP. Like, I love them as a tag team. I just wish they could do something interesting. And I feel as though
this is it.
Yeah. Them against the Wyatt Six. Because with Rowan, Loomis, and then you got Casey and Bo Dallas, like it's so many combinations that they could throw at him.
Yeah. All right. Io Sky and Kairi Sane ends a no contest because Lash and Jakara interfere once again. And that also leads to Tuesday night. So we're gonna hold off our commentary on this when we get to NXT. But I will say Rhea Ripley comes out and she manhandles all three of Liv Morgan, Raquel, and Dominic. Raquel being Diesel in this is hilarious and
crazy.
I'm interested to see where this goes with them. Ray and Dragon Lee, our guy. I'm not gonna lie, I thought they was losing to American Made. I ain't gonna even hold you. But when I seen them when I seen them get a dub, I said, wait a minute. We might actually get what I've been wanting for the longest time. These two is a tag team. All right. So next week is going to be a 3-way. is gonna be LWO, New Day, and War Raiders. I'm just gonna make my quick prediction. I'm going LWO. I think New Day is gonna crumble, and this is when Woods blames Kofi for something. And I think that it's gonna piss Woods off that Rey Mysterio or Lucha got him. But I think this also keeps the War Raiders safe for when their tag run comes, probably later this year, another time. But I think Ray and Dragon Lee go take them titles off Finn and JD for sure.
I think it's War Raiders.
Okay. Let's remember this when we come back. When Monday happens, I'm gonna text you and be like, you were right. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. All right. And then NXT. Damage Control versus Lash Legend and Jakara ends in a no contest because, hey, while y'all are talking about these two tag teams, Chelsea Green, Piper Niven said, don't forget about us. So I'm guessing we on our way for a Fatal 4 tag team match or something.
That's the thing I love about the women's tag team title division is it's across all boards.
Yep.
So it might be an NXT tag team that pops up. It might be a Raw tag team that pops up on SmackDown. It might be a SmackDown tag team that pops up on NXT. You never know.
Hey man. Shout out to Chelsea Green, one of my favorite women on the planet. Just phenomenal wrestler, even more entertaining.
Chelsea Green.
I'm gonna miss hearing that. I ain't gonna hold you. Damn, man. Damn, Samantha. Damn, Ricochet.
That's what comes with Samantha is those Chelsea Greens and things of that nature, you know?
Yeah.
You're gonna miss it.
I'm gonna miss it. Jada Parker beats Tatum Paxley, but after the match, Lola Vice, I don't know why they're putting two bad women against each other. You know what I'm saying? But that's where we at with it. I
like the way that.
Go ahead.
I like the way that Jada Parker has stepped out to the forefront of this whole OTM thing.
Absolutely.
And they're still there with her behind her. But at the same time, when it's an OTM match, Jada Parker is still right there behind them. It's not like it's a one-way street where so you see Jada Parker come out with OTM behind her, and then they go back, and then OTM comes out, and it's just them. You still see Jada Parker with OTM, and I like that.
I wish we got a Jada Parker, Lola Vice stipulation match for Halloween Havoc, but I know this feud is gonna go on for a while, so we're gonna eventually get there.
I love to spin the wheel, make the deal that they're doing.
AJ hates that shit. I love it. Like fuck it. Get Carney with it.
But yeah, that's from me watching
as a kid.
Old
Halloween
Havocs with the spin. It's not even called that anymore, but it's still the spin the wheel, make the deal. You know, you spin the wheel, you might get the cage match, you might get this match, you might get the coal miner's glove on the pole match. You never
crazy
know.
Shit, man.
I love that. You know, that's just me and my nostalgia though.
Yeah. Obafemi had to remind Luca that hey, I'm still coming for the Don, and
I'm that nigga. That's what.
And what that's set up is a table, ladders, and scares match for Halloween Havoc. So I'm gonna tell Tony D, you better beat that man down, dog. Also, Obafemi,
bring the Glock.
Obafemi, watch out, brother, watch out. I seen what you was doing backstage. Nah, I seen what you was doing backstage. Watch out, brother. Watch out. Be careful. Word to Winston. Be careful. Nah.
Shout out to my nigga Winston.
Shout out to Winston, man. Trick and Ethan Page come face to face, and I'm not gonna lie, I am very proud of how Ethan Page in only 4 months has been able to transition to NXT and fits right in. And
one thing I can say
this is gonna be a banger
about Ethan Page is I did not expect Ethan Page to come in and do what I thought that MJF was going to come in and do. Because I could see this spot that Ethan Page is carving out right now being for MJF, but Ethan Page is doing it and it has me way more entertained than I feel as though if MJF would have came in and did the same thing.
There was
those NXT or WWE handcuffs. I don't think MJF might be as entertaining as he is to me in AEW. So with Ethan Page coming in and doing what he's doing right now, like I wasn't tuned in all eagle with Ethan Page in AEW, but him coming over here in NXT and doing it, I'm tuned in.
Well, I saw his work in TNA when he was tag champs with Josh Alexander, and I will say this: there was one thing that sold me on Ethan Page. One thing, he had a promo against Kenny Omega, and if you go back and watch that promo he cut, it was still like when I was against MJF. I'm sorry, he had a match, but it was against MJF for Collision because it was going to be in Canada. And when I tell you, I was like, okay, I can see him doing this because he fits NXT and he's got the Triple H build to him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I always saw it. I just was like, will he get the chance? And he got the chance and he's run with it. And I feel like Triple H has shown, hey, I was terrorizing, but I took that bet on myself. I came to WWE and I made something happen. So I feel like he respects the Ethan Pages, the Pentagons, the Ricky Starks, the guys who take time to make name for themselves before they come to WWE. So it's like when you come over here, if you with it and you stick to it, you're going to get rewarded. And it also helps when you got Cody Rhodes and Punk vouching for you too, and Lexus King and Sean Spears and all these other talent. So shout out to my boy Ethan Page, man. That's going to be great.
You're in the pulpit right now.
Yeah.
You're preaching.
Yeah, nah, man. Some other good NXT matches, but I will say the main thing at the end is Julia and Stephanie Vaquer beating Fatal Influence. And this is going to be very interesting because at the end of the show, we got Delta, a.k.a. Zarya now. That's her WWE name. And
I'm not familiar with her game.
She cold.
I was not familiar with Julia or Stephanie Valkyria's game either.
Oh man!
And I'm pleasantly surprised with what they're doing. So,
hey man,
Delta's got my eyes on her.
I was familiar with both of their games. I'm not familiar with Delta's game too much. I've seen a couple clips, but what I've seen has shown me that NXT is definitely going to make themselves a third brand, and this is what Paul and Sean wanted, and this is what Paul and Sean are getting. And it's so crazy that they're at the point they don't even need to sign anybody else, but they're not done. So hey, you got to come on with it, man. You got to come on.
They gotta continually sign people because the whole thing of NXT is to be developmental. So, where the more people that we're signing is the more people that's going up to the main roster. You feel me? And we're trying to push, and so they're going to keep pushing the people that they just signed up. They're going to keep pushing the people that have been signed up, and the people who are champions are going to end up going up to the main roster.
Yep, absolutely. So that brings us to NXT No Mercy. Let's just go do this real quick, Zell, before we get out of here. I keep saying No Mercy because October is when they used to run No Mercy, and No Mercy was the last PLE. That's what's throwing me off.
Yeah.
And you know what it is
too? All, I was trying to figure out if you were talking about the last PLE or if
and you know what it is, bro? Halloween Havoc has been on TV the last couple years. So now that it's a PLE, it's throwing me off. This usually used to be the No Mercy spot. But
I'm just glad that it's back, period. When it was back on TV, I was glad that they was bringing back these WCW themed PLEs or PPVs, however you describe
it's only a matter of time, and maybe it happens this year before We getting Starcade back soon, dog. I don't know when.
That's crazy.
Starcade coming, dog. I feel it.
That's the same thing I was about to say. So when we get back Starcade, and you just said it.
Oh, it's coming back one of these days, man. Maybe not this year because they had to get the Saturday night main event started, but I think next year we get Starcade, dog.
In his heart, I feel like Triple H is a WCW NWA guy, so I feel like Starcade has gotta work its way back in there somewhere.
I think so too. All right, Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade versus Julia Stephanie Vaquer. I don't think it's any world where this is not Julia and Stephanie Vaquer. I think Cora Jade takes the pin, personally.
You think that's the first match, or you think?
Oh, I think it opens it up. I think it opens it up for sure. I think, especially considering how the other matches are going to be themed for the most part, I think this opens it up and it gets people talking.
I don't know what's going on this whole pay-per-view, like as far as matches, but this one, I would probably go, Julia and Stephanie Valkyrie, just because new names. Let's build them up.
Okay, bet. All right. Next up, we got the table ladders and scares match between Tony D'Angelo and Obafemi. I got Tony D'Angelo winning this. I think this is a way where if they want to push Obafemi past the NXT North American Championship, it's like, okay, I tried. Now it's time to go on, especially with his bitter rival, Wes Lee, also trying to go after some championships right now. So we'll see how that goes. But I got Tony D retaining.
100% agree.
Okay.
Because why else would they give Tony D the title and then take it right back off of him?
Right.
I don't think that makes sense. I
was going to say now, what's not listed here is on the website is we have Ridge Holland versus Andre Chase in the ambulance match.
I'm really invested in this story for some reason.
Cause, hey man, Andre Chase is money, dog. What you mean? Like, listen, man, he lost the university off a parlay, dog. He's got to be. Yeah, I got Andre Chase winning, man.
I agree with that as well.
And I think I'm gonna reserve my thoughts, but I think there's gonna be something with Ridge Holland soon, but we'll see. I think it's that Sheamus Pete Dunne shit. Just something's happening there. But
I'm also team fuck Ridge Holland.
Of course. Kalani Jordan will be facing one of either Fallon Henley, JC Jane, or Jasmine Nix in a spinner's choice match, meaning that they get to choose whatever match they want. So we'll find out.
They didn't do that on NXT this week.
They spun the wheel, but it was spinner's choice, meaning that you can pick whatever match. They didn't get a chance to pick the match because Zarya came out at the end. So
you're right.
And then, of course, the main event, which is going to be Devil's Playground between Trick Williams and Ethan Page. As much as
in that first match, anyway.
Oh, me too. I don't think she loses. I honestly, and I think either Jada Parker or Lola Vice is the one to take it off of Kalani Jordan. Whoever wins that feud is the one to take it off of her. So, but I'm gonna say when it comes to Trick Williams, Ethan Page. As much as I would love for Ethan Page to win, my boy Trick Willie taking this shit, man.
I kind of feel the same way, but at the same time, it's like I would also like for Ethan Page to continue or carry this NXT. So I could see Ethan Page winning and then Trick Williams moving up and Ethan Page staying down and carrying the NXT title. Or I could see it the other way as well. I could also see it as Ethan Page losing with Trick Williams winning and then Ethan Page going up.
Only reason I got Trick retaining, I think Trick Wesley is next. And I think they hold Trick off on main roster for that Royal Rumble pop. I think because the roof is coming unglued when Trick Williams steps out that night.
You're making a lot of sense.
I try. It's crazy how, I try to make sense, but, people don't want to show up for work and, pod or do things here. I try to be a good co-host, but apparently that's not fucking appreciated. Dodger hat man. So, yeah, it's kind of fucking crazy. I'm glad I'm not the only one that sees this shit. I don't want to put you in that, Zell. My bad. This is a lot of.
Nah, I feel like
bitter
I should
bad,
grab my Orioles hat real quick.
Shout out to the O's, dog. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the O's, man. Shout out to my boy Cal Ripken, man. Legend, bro.
Fuck Cal Ripken.
But hey, man, that was our predictions for NXT No Mercy. That has been our show. Zell, for real, all jokes aside, hey, my God, the house is always open. You got the key, bro.
Thank you guys for inviting me here. Whenever y'all need me to come through and talk about some wrestling shit, I'm here for you. I appreciate you for inviting me through, letting me come through. You feel me? I just want to be a vessel. You feel me?
But you know what? We're going to have you on back again soon, man. It's like the last time y'all
whatever y'all need me for, I'm here. If y'all want to see me back, I'll be back. If not, then it's whatever.
Nah, man. And
I'm always going to be in the space. You feel me?
Y'all
hard to reach.
Y'all make sure y'all go follow Body More Bottles.
That's
follow my man's, dog. You know,
follow me over there. You ain't gotta follow me on a personal page. Just follow Body More Bottles, man. Wherever you happen to be on your social media.
And we may have to get with you on some, you know what I mean? But we're gonna talk about that off air.
No, yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying? We gotta
it's some things that y'all gotta come over to my channel for. But right now we over here. So when it comes to wrestling, if y'all need me here, just holler and
hey man,
and I'll be there. You feel me?
This the only
shout out to my nigga AJ.
For sure. Shout out to Nelson, Winston, Youngin, Earl.
No, yeah.
The whole
shout out
union,
my nigga Youngin. Shout out to my nigga Youngin.
Yeah, man.
You feel me?
I got
my nigga, man.
I'm gonna talk to you off air about Youngin, man. We got shout out to Youngin, man. But shout out to the whole union. Shout out to all union adjacent brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that supports what we do on a weekly basis. It means the most. As y'all know, man, patreon.com/
Shout out to my nigga Earl from Guessing from the Stands too.
Absolutely. And shout out to the Patreon where you can support these pods. You can also support other things we have coming in the future. We're gonna make this shit happen. And this is the only podcast on the planet where we can go from talking about the PWI list to Royal Chicken. You know what I'm saying? to the chicken box,
Royal
man.
Farms, man.
You know what I'm saying? Royal Farms, baby. Royal Farms. On that note, we're gonna catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe. Y'all be respectful. Keep God in your life. And AJ, I'm gonna see you soon, nigga. We out.
Thank you for listening to Mid Carters and Catering Podcast, a weekly podcast focused on pro wrestling and sports entertainment. Mid Carters and Catering Podcast is created and executive produced by Amir Johnson. Music, Miami Boulevard by Offbeat Ninja and Maple by Blair North. Special thanks goes out to Show Your Work Network and Guessing from the Stands podcast. Mid Carters and Catering is powered by The Union.